and some other chicks are hatching. This one is 5,000 eggs.
5,000?
Yes. You can hatch about 85 to 90%.
I've gotten customers who buy the chicks. As I talk now, I have bookings of up to a month ahead.
What?
It really consume a small power, not like the other one which are imported from outside.
It's a beautiful morning here in Soroti, and we are privileged to be hosted by Mr. Frank, who is the gentleman behind Upton Agro Solutions, and he offers hatchery services. When I mention hatchery services with Mr. Kasuja beside me, you know what we are doing here. We are following up on our prior conversations about incubators that are being produced by VetQuip Solutions, and we are going to see these incubators in action. That's pretty interesting, right? So let's just go and find out what's happening inside these incubators. Mr. Kasuja.
Yes.
Wow, this looks grand.
Yeah, this is the incubator.
It looks way bigger than the one I saw.
Yeah, exactly.
So what do we have here?
Yeah, we have eggs which are taking place inside here. You can have a look. And some other chicks are hatching.
No way.
The way you can see, they are trying to hatch out now. They are 21 days.
It's over.
Already, yeah, it's over. All here, they are there hatching. These are still going on. Every week we are hatching, every week we are hatching. It depends the way you set the machine is the way you get the results. But you can hatch every week. You can hatch once in 21 days. But now this one we set it in terms of every week it's hatching.
So there are all different types of eggs, or it's just chickens?
It's just chicken now here what we have. Yeah, no duck, but it can hatch all types of eggs. But only the difference is some days, some are taking 21 days, some are taking 28, some are taking 30. It depends the type of the eggs.
So how different is these incubators from those ones?
First of all, whatever you have seen from the hatchery room, the first difference between our incubator and the rest on market is appearance. They are locally made by us using local material. We customize them according to customer needs or requirements. This includes size, hatching or sitter capacity, and the price. Our incubator are affordable because when you compare to those ones from outside, ours are affordable. Our second difference is our power consumption. Our incubator are user friendly. They consume less power because of the input device we use. But most importantly, they also give you flexibility to use an alternative power sources like the solar DC and generator. Our last and main operating our incubator is very easy because it has a controller which you set the temperature and humidity when you are outside.
Okay.
And even the turning of the eggs in our incubator are automatically turning.
As a farmer in Soroti, what does it mean to have such an incubator?
If you were observant enough on your way to Soroti city, you were welcomed by a very big cock.
Yeah.
Meaning Soroti and general eastern region is a home of chicken. We produce a lot of chicken. Although people have been mainly dealing in the local chicken, but coupled with the demand for chicken, the way our people have been raising the local chicken, they entirely leave the hens to do the whole work. Yeah. At the end of the day, they cannot meet the demand in the market. So because of that, we developed the idea that we need an incubator in such an area. Our farmers who try to do commercial farming, they have been getting chicks from Kampala mainly. So we really saw that there is a gap that we can try to bridge. That's what motivated us to have these big incubators. And besides that, This is work.
I see.
I personally have no any other work I do. I do visit my farm, pick whatever is there, and bring and hatch it here. So I'm a full-time farmer.
This one is bigger.
Yeah, it's bigger.
From the other one.
Yeah, this one is 5,000 eggs.
5,000.
Yes.
And it's Benson. I don't know if whether
That one for humidity. Yeah, the water. There's some coil which are sending the message here, because we have set our setting now is 37.7. That is our setting for the temperature supposed to be. And the reading, because we have opened the door, it's now 36.3. This is the humidity, 70, that concern about the water. This is our setting is 70 because of this one which are hatching. Yeah, now the reading which are inside is now 59 because we have opened the cabin.
How did you come up with this idea of owning an incubator?
Personally, I'm an enthusiast of farming. I've been doing mainly crop production. I'm a big farmer of maize, but you know, with the maize, the prices are never stable. There are times when prices drop so low. So at one point, I thought I would use my own maize on my farm. That's how I started, the idea of rearing chicken. So I started with the chicken, preferably the parent stocks. Particularly, I'm doing broilers. I borrowed the idea from some friend of mine in Magere. When I visited him, he was doing well. So because I was already a farmer of maize, I thought I would engage in it. That's how I picked the interest. So he guided me on how to get the parent stock. My first lot, I got 500 chicks. I raised them till the point they started giving me the eggs. So before they started giving me the eggs, I already had an idea that I needed to be incubating those eggs myself.
Why?
With agriculture this time, it's good when you can complete the chain. If you're a maize farmer, like I've told you, it's good you produce and be able to get a product out of it than selling it as a raw material. You may not benefit as much as you think. So the same with rearing chicken. I believed that if I have the parent stock, I hatch my own chicks, then I can market them and get something out of it. So that was the initial idea, and I really picked courage. I got the contact for Mr. Kasuji again through another friend in Iganga, but from the friend in Iganga, he had one, although it looked smaller than what you see here. Then he's the one who connected me to Mr. Kasuja, and that's how we started the conversation slowly. So I persuaded him to come up to Soroti and make mine. And that's how we got connected. But basically, why I got more interested in that incubator, it looked cost effective. I knew I wouldn't afford the cost of importing one from out. So I was like, let me start with this one and see how it works.
The hatchery is only two things which are controlling it. You have to make sure the temperature is reading well and the humidity is there together with the turning. So that is very important things to hatch a high percentage. So long as you have kept your fertile eggs well on the nice places, then you put it in time, not above 10 days. When they lay them, you must make sure don't go above 10 days. Then it can hatch very well. I
see. So you mentioned about the percentage. What's the percentage of your...
This one, our percentage is 85 to 90. Yeah, it's working well.
That's a good one.
Because we are exercising all our mechanics here, not just to think.
Mr. Kasuja, owning an incubator is not a kid's play. I would love to hear from you. What are some of the do's and don'ts of owning an incubator?
Well, to have an incubator, it needs to have a fertile egg and to have a power resistance. because the incubator needs a constant power resources like electricity or a power up generator all the time. And lastly, it needs you to have a good clean place where you have put your incubator to avoid diseases. As you see here, we are not entering with the shoes to bring some parasites from outside. Yeah, we maintain that so that you cannot affect like this one, which are coming out, even the eggs. The eggs are very sensitive also.
I'm personally making a year and a half
That speaks volumes.
in the business. But at least I've gotten customers. I've gotten customers who buy the chicks. As I talk now, I have bookings of up to a month ahead.
What?
In fact, I'm thinking of how I can increase my capacity of hatching chicks, because the parent stock I have apparently, like I told you, is just 500, but I've got more customers demanding for the chicks way beyond what I can produce now. Yes.
So the eggs you hatch in here, are they yours only, or you allow other people around to bring their eggs and hatch from here?
At first, I started by hatching mine, but of course there are local farmers around, and having such a service, you cannot deny them. So just like you may see inside, there are some eggs that are labeled. Like you see this HF, these are not mine, these are for farmers. The ones without labels are the ones that are mine. You can see this OF, these are for local farmers. Of course, I can't deny them the opportunity. I also welcome them because they also generate me some small income.
I want you to pass a message to the farmers who are out there. When it comes to this, what does it mean for a small farmer to own an incubator?
I'm personally one person who wants to dream big. There are smaller farmers out there, but what is more important is the dream you have. As long as you dream big, you can start anywhere. We always say that the sky is the limit. I didn't start like this. Like I told you, I was purely a maize farmer. But because I had a dream, I had to follow my dream. The only message I can give farmers is that we should keep dreaming. Let's not stop dreaming.
From the conversation I've had so far with you, Mr. Kasuja, I've realized that you, of course, you make these incubators locally. That means someone has to first order before you make for them, right?
Yeah.
So how long does it take for someone to get this incubator? I know they are going to watch us and they will be interested and they would love to know, how long does it take for them to get this incubator?
Yeah, in fact, it depends the capacity of incubator.
Okay.
And it can take us like 1 week after the payment, after the term of payment.
I see.
With the customer.
That's pretty fast. Well, I picked interest in these equipment, incubators, because I know they mean a lot. They mean a lot to the farming community, especially the small farmers. I'm not saying that I'm excluding the big farmers, but this is a game changer for farmers out there. And from the interaction I've had with the owner of this, this franchise, he's making business. And for sure, especially the local poultry farmers, this is the way to go. Anyways, I was in Soroti and this is my first time to be in Soroti, by the way, and I've had, of course there were some challenges along the way, but I had to bring you this story. So for that, for all the trouble I went through, you have to give me a like for this video. But also, if you want these incubators, reach out to VetEquip Solutions. Yes, they have got quality products for you guys. the drinkers, the feeders, the water line systems, and not to mention the incubators. Their number is on the screen. Just reach out to them and it should be purely business. Until next time, I'm going to see you in the next video after you have subscribed to the channel. I love you. Bye-bye.